Hola! We are in Barcelona right now and we are doing some amazing things here with Mindvalley. And Mindvalley is doing something really interesting. They're actually here in Barcelona to disrupt the university system. So this is all about having the best thought leaders, the best teachers, everyone come in for an intensive month, and they're trialing something where instead of going to school or university for 3, 5, 7, 9 years, sometimes you go in for 1 month and then you spend the in Barcelona. And one of my workshops is today, and it is all about unleashing into abundance. We are going deep. Everyone is super excited. Let's go. You know, when I hang out with my friends, I don't know what normal people talk about, but we talk about this stuff, right? We talk about vision. We talk about what are you calling in. We talk about, wow, like what part of you is shifting and accelerating in order to become that version of you that simply taps into this, where it just shows up as a default automatically. You know, I choose to surround myself with people that call me on my shit. Not always comfortable, but I know it's going to constantly elevate my identity, which step number 3 is really looking at your underlying belief system, okay? Because here's the thing. If you do the vision work and if you expand your capacity to see and receive your vision, if you dig deep into who do you need to become and you're showing up as that, like you're not just talking about it, you're actually doing the do and showing up as that each and every single day. If you have a belief system that's holding you back, if you have a belief system that's keeping you stagnant, then it's going to feel like you're doing a lot, but you're not going to shift, okay? Who here knows that when it comes to letting more abundance flow into their life, they have some limiting beliefs going on, sitting under the surface, right? And for those of you that didn't raise your hands, you're either asleep or you're not aware that, quite simply this, and you might want to write this down, all of you guys. If there's something that you're looking to call in or manifest in your life, and if it hasn't shown up in your external reality, if you can't physically touch it right now, there's internal blocks and limitations. Right? There's beliefs that are holding you back, okay? And quite simply, it looks a little bit like this. I want to explain how this works because I think a lot of people get a little bit overwhelmed about beliefs and think, wow, there's so many and I've had them for so many years and how do I really change them? Like, this is crazy. And I want to show you something which is maybe going to create a little bit more ease around this. So kind of looks something like this when I pull it out of my head, right? We have our beliefs over here. And then we have the action that we're taking in the world. And then we have some sort of result that we're manifesting, right? Some sort of result that we're manifesting through every area of our life. So, let's see. Has anyone been skiing before? Has anyone been skiing? Okay, cool. If you haven't, it's not that hard. You put on some skis, you go down a hill, and generally if you haven't done it before, you suck, right? So what happens is that, let's say you're about to go skiing for the very first time. And a friend says to you, oh, you're going skiing? Oh my God, it's really hard. Like, it's super hard. Like, you're probably going to fall over for at least the first week. What happens to your belief right away? It goes down, right? You're not walking in going, wow, you know, I'm going to be a great skier. You're like, ugh, skiing's really hard, right? So what happens is unconsciously, this accelerates, whether you know it or like it or not, it accelerates your action. And it diminishes the physical action that you take in the world, right? Then what does that do? That impacts your result. Obviously, you're skiing and you're telling yourself unconsciously, skiing sucks and I'm really, really not that good at it. It's really hard. You're falling over. Every time you do that, you get this result and you go, see? And it validates this belief and your belief drops even further and further and further, right? Who's done this in something in their life, right? So what you need to realize is that regardless of what's going on, whether you're skiing or not, or whether it's something more simple, this cycles, okay? This belief action results theory cycles. Now, the cool thing is it's never in standstill, it's always cycling, but you can cycle it either way. You're either cycling it this way and you're diminishing your belief constantly, or you're accelerating it. It's not standstill. So standing up, creating some space around you, and we're just going to use this exact same process. All you need to do is listen to my voice, be open, follow my voice, and when you are ready, now you can close your eyes. That's it. Take a deep breath and out, knowing that you're about to create massive conscious, unconscious, superconscious change into your abundant future right now in this moment. Good. Having your awareness with you and your body in the room right now, I want you to notice that there's a screen in front of you. Just pull up that screen And you notice as you turn on the screen, you see yourself achieving this outcome as a vision right now. Just notice all the minor details and everything else that's relevant right now going on as you simply observe yourself. I want you to draw your awareness to the side of the TV screen. I want you to notice that there are some different notches down the side. And notice in this moment that you have the ability to reach out and play with them. And I want you to reach out and play with the first one, knowing that it's the brightness of this image. And as you take this, I want you to turn up the brightness. That's it. I want you to turn it up so it becomes brighter and brighter and brighter until it's ridiculously bright that you almost can't see anything anymore. And then I want you to turn it right down. That's it. Turn this image right down until it's super dark, completely blacked out. And now I want you to turn it up. Turn it up so it's somewhere sitting in the middle, the perfect level of brightness, just right, as you watch yourself achieving this outcome, locking in this abundant vision in your abundant future right now. Make the brightness just right. Good. I want you to go ahead and notice the second notch there. And notice that this one is the saturation. And notice that you can turn it up and turn it up and turn it up. And as you do this, the colors become brighter and brighter. It becomes completely saturated until you look like a strange kind of cartoon achieving your vision in this moment. And then I want you to turn it down and desaturate it. Make it completely black and white. No color left in the image whatsoever. Good. And now I want you to turn it up. Turn it up so the saturation is sitting there just perfectly, exactly as it's meant to be, as vibrant as possible in this moment as you achieve this in your future right now. Good. As you draw your attention to the third dial there, and you notice that this is the contrast, and as you turn the contrast up, everything gets sharper and sharper and sharper until you have strange, harsh lines around you. And then as you bring it down, everything gets really fuzzy, super fuzzy, so blurred that you can barely see yourself anymore. And then as you turn it up, I want you to find that middle ground in the middle, where the contrast is just right, the sharpness is just right, as you watch yourself achieving this vision in the moment right now. Good. And then as you draw your attention to the fourth dial, I want you to notice that this one is the volume. And you become aware of any sounds that are going on around you, any voices, anything anyone's saying to you, or anything you're saying to yourself in this moment in your own head. And I want you to take this dial and I want you to turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, crank it up until it's so loud that it's almost ridiculous, and then you bring it right down, right down. And I want you to notice the last dial on here, which is the most important one. And this dial, as you reach out for it, you notice it's labeled the feeling dial. And I want you to just have awareness, watching yourself achieving this right now on the screen, exactly what is flowing through your body. And as I want you to turn up the dial, I want you to notice that the stronger you turn it up, the more you feel. And the more you feel, the stronger you turn it up until the emotion is rushing through your body and it feels so good, so vibrant, and so strong. We're not going to turn this one down. We're going to keep this cranked up as high as it can go. Crank it up one more time. And just when you think it can't get any stronger, you choose to double the emotion. Once again, letting it rock through your body, and then once more time you try to just triple it. That's it, as it flows through in this moment. Now, keeping that same vibration, I want you to go ahead and I want you to step into your vision. I want you to step into the screen. So all of a sudden you become a part of it. You're noticing everything around you. You feel it through your body, rushing through your body, continuously doubling and tripling. As the emotion rushes through, you notice all the minor details, everything that's going on. You hear what you're saying to yourself so clearly in this moment. And just as it feels so good, you crank up the feeling one more time and double it as it rushes through. Keeping that same energy, I want you to now step out of the screen. That's it. And I want you to physically hold the screen now in front of you, raising up your hands right now out in front of you. And I want you to feel the vibration of holding the screen with your image right in front of you right now as you make any last changes for anything that you need to change to make this absolutely perfect. And you notice your hands are shaking a little bit as it vibrates through you, as you feel it, as you breathe life into it. And then with me, we're going to do 3 breaths, and we're going to pull all of your manifestation energy and intention into this vision right now, bringing it to life, making it as vibrant as physically possible. 1, 2, 3. Breathing in and out. Good. Into your vision. Second time. 1, 2, 3. And out. Fantastic. One more time. Give it all that you've got. 1, 2, 3. And out. Good. Now keeping that same vibration, noticing it vibrating and tingling in your hands, I want you to take this and I want you to float up above your timeline. That's it, float up. And I want you to turn your attention towards your beautiful future. And I want you to take your vision, take that screen vibrating in your hands, and I want you to take it out to that specific date, that specific time where you know that this is already locked in and done because you are about to physically plant it in your unconscious mind. I want you to go. Take yourself out to this core event and notice that you're now floating above the event, just before the event. And with that in mind, holding the vibration of your vision in there, I want you to simply drop it right into place. A mentor of mine showed me this. And when I saw this, I was mind blown because it's so simple, it's so basic. It was one of those moments where I was like, why didn't I think of that, right? But it also allowed me to stop being a straddler and stop stressing out and then giving up on everything in my life and allowed me to move forward. So with the achiever, a couple of different things happen, firstly, okay? The achiever starts out at A, just like everyone else, just like the stressor, just like the dabbler. The difference with the achiever is they have a massive reason why they want to get to B. Now, it can be, like we talked about, a pleasure why for why they're getting to B, or it can be a pain of moving away from A. Doesn't matter. But either way, they're super freaking motivated, right? They know they're not staying at A and they're ready to do whatever it takes, right? Here, they're clear on their B, but they're also clear on their, let's call it a B1. You know how we talked about your vision and then your upper vision? They can always see beyond the B. They're not going for the B, they're going for really the step before the B, but they know B is a stepping stone to get to the upper vision. So they're connected in that, okay? They're then not looking to go from a place of externally manufacturing things like we talked about. They're really ready and available to come from this place of what does the higher version of me need to do in order just to accelerate this and to have it show up even faster, okay? So they take massive action and they start out just like everyone else. They go through, they think it's going really well, and then eventually they hit a plateau, right? Same deal. Now, this is where they separate. And this is where the achiever does something very different to the stressor and to the dabbler. And you can write these down as steps if you want. The first thing the achiever does, step number 1, is that they stop. They stop. Okay? They don't stress out and they don't give up. They stop. They stop what they're doing. Second thing, step number 2, is they are aware they're at a plateau. Some stressors don't even know they're plateauing when they're stressing out like that. Okay, they actually stop. The achiever stops and goes, interesting, plateau, not moving forward. Okay. And then the third step, this is what the achiever does. It's so simple, guys. The achiever says, who do I know or who do I find that is at B or helps people get to B? That's it. Okay, who do I know or who do I find that is at B or B1? Or helps people get to B or B1, okay? And then step number 4 is they find that person. And this is really, if I'm going to be honest, what separates the achievers from the stressors and the dabblers. Some people still get this far, but they're not willing to do step 4, so they go back to stressing or dabbling. The achiever will do whatever it takes to be around this person, to learn from this person, to invest with this person, to literally sell their car so they can do whatever it takes to figure this out. They are so committed to getting to B and then B1, right? So I want you to know as well that finding this person isn't always convenient. It's not like your next door neighbor, because if it was, you'd probably not have the plateau, right? So they find this person, they hunt them down. It might be online, it might be in person, it might be at an event, whatever. They find this person, or they ask someone, who do you know that can help me specifically with this? And they do whatever it takes to get close to them. They do whatever it takes to get close to them, to learn from them. And then when they're there and when they're close to them, they have a conversation with them. It looks something like this. Achiever says, hey, person at B or B1, I really respect and admire you're there. And you know what, I have a dream. I have a dream to go there. In fact, I feel it in my core, and I know that I'm put here to be here, but here's the thing, I'm a little bit stuck. And you know, I'm humble enough to say I'm stuck, and I'm kind of in this plateau right now, and I'm just not moving. And generally the person at B or B1 goes, Oh yeah, I remember that plateau. All right, here's what you do. Do this, do this, do this. Definitely don't do this, 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 or this. And the achiever goes, really? That's it? And they go, yeah, you're welcome. And the achiever goes, thanks so much. And they go, right? And eventually this happens, and what do? It may happen beyond this, whatever. It may be the same person, maybe different. They repeat the pattern, right? You guys with me? Yes. When I saw this, I was like, shit, why didn't I think of that? It's so simple, right? And they go, and their journey ends up looking so much more ease, grace, and flow, trust, surrender, just taking the action, of course, aligning it with the internal work that we talked about, but taking action externally in this way. Hey guys, we just wrapped the Unleashing into Abundance talk here at Mindvalley U. It was such an amazing experience. I really felt everyone with me the whole time, and it was just so amazing to see everyone really dive in deep and do all the work, and especially the unconscious